Hello and welcome to our Instagram live event. My name is Paul Arsov. I'm on the Decentralized Web project. The topic of the today's education is essence of decentralization, outward and inward communication. But as we are starting this event, let me send invitations to people for people to join our event. It is starting a little bit late, about it's late, and so in general, I would like to tell you a little bit about our project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. So when we're talking about decentralization, most of the people think of blockchain technology. But if blockchain technology is not suitable to be a driver of decentralization, why is that? Well, basically, I talked about other events in video. Like essentially, the technology keeps adding blocks, and if we imagine this as a burden, like the number of blocks and the size of the blockchain, it continuously increases. It becomes heavier and heavier burden to carry. So less and less people are able to run their own node of specific blockchain, and if they want to support multiple blockchains, they have to run nodes of all the blockchains they want to support. It's not possible for people to do this, and so increasingly blockchains become centralized. So the access to blockchains is becoming from maybe a single or few number of nodes. In decentralized finance, which is a very popular area of crypto and blockchain technology, like the access is done through maybe one of MetaMask, which is posting transactions, and one node of Ethereum, which people are reading transactions. But so that's an explanation of why blockchain technology is not suitable. But in our project, we still have a blockchain instance to consider token, but they play just a support role for our project. Success of a project depends on marketing, and we have been posting on multiple social networks. The list of social networks is very long. It includes Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Discord, and Reddit. From all these long lists of social networks, we're focusing on Twitter, Instagram, and Telegram. So if you like to join our community, you can check our Instagram, and it has a link to our website. You can come to the page of our website, which is named decentralizedweb.org. Decentralized and web, they're all together, .org. And then on the bottom of every page, you can see the icons for the social networks. You can click on one or more of the icons and join our social channels. We're organizing educational events just like today. Um, like yesterday, we had an event on Twitter Space, and it was on the same topic, essence of decentralization. Um, so as I said, let me know social networks. Uh, I'm going to post a message that starting this event. Um, so I mentioned um, our social networks and the networks we're focusing on. We're organizing educational events just like uh, today on Instagram Live and Instagram Twitter Space. There's an event on Thursday. And our Thursday's events are about um, okay, I'm just posting on Telegram uh, event starting and okay. As I was saying, like we have educational events and we have also on Thursdays sessions and we have demo day events. Um, like one Thursday, we have the asking session, and the next Thursday next week, we have demo day events. And on the demo day, we're showing what we did achieve in our software centralization engine, which we're building, which is non-blockchain type based, but uses blockchain instance and has a cryptocurrency token as a support element for our project. So you're welcome to come to our education events on Saturday and Sunday and to the event on Thursdays. But like enough talking about our project, let's talk about the topic of today, which is the essence of decentralization. Um, like I like to start this with saying that very few projects they are going to talk about the technical details, how to decentralization. Let's look at a little historic perspective of internet. The internet started in a very decentralized way. Um, Internet started as a military project which was organized by the US uh, military and government research agency called DARPA. And the idea of the project at that time, it was the end of maybe 1960s. So it started with the idea of building a network which is going to survive nuclear strikes. So at that time there was a real possibility of nuclear war, and in this war, like there would be some parts of the country which are going to be to suffer nuclear strikes, and they're going to be non-operational. But other parts of the country are not going to be under a network of these uh, nodes which are going to survive the nuclear strike. They will be operational, and they are allowing sending messages between the other participants in this network of nodes. This from a military project was transferred to civilian use, and it was used initially by universities and science organizations. So the start of the civilian use was in the 1970s, and at that time it was very decentralized. One university was sending messages to another university directly, and one researcher to another researcher directly. So basically, this is a very decentralized use of the very beginnings of internet as it existed as a network. Then when we come to the 1990s, we have the coming of the web browser, and it became convenient for people to download and start using a browser and go to the central point of website. So fast forward to the present day, and we have in the case of Google, we have a single website and billions of users going to this website. This is a very centralized internet use, very centralized very centralized way of using internet. And so with centralization, right now we have monopolists just like Facebook, which is a monopolist in social networking. We have Google, which is monopolist in web search. And we have also the example of Twitter, which is monopolist in short messaging, and there are other monopolists as well. So what happens with this type of centralizing of internet and monopolizing it, like commercial entities like Facebook, Google, Twitter, and others, they do data collection, and the business and the money maker of Instagram Meta, Facebook Meta, the business of Google, and the business of Twitter is pricing. So these big companies, they do data collection, and then they do advertising, which is bringing revenues to their businesses. So that's the commercial side of data collection, but we have the examples of government entities which are doing data collection as well. And these government entities, they do data collection for the purposes of national security. In authoritarian countries like China and Russia, this is done openly. So governments, they tell people that they have to is, for example, in China, they have like a big firewall. They have to install software so that they can access internet, and their transactions are recorded by the government and they're analyzed. Um, in democratic countries, probably this happens as well, like National Security Agency, for example, it can request access of data to big companies which are located in the US. And as we know, Google, Facebook, Meta, like Microsoft, which is owner of Skype, Twitter, they maybe are getting requests by governments to access the interactions of people. So this is the problem with centralization. It like allows data collection from commercial entities and government entities. This is a big problem in centralization. But let's talk about the essence of decentralization. And basically, the communication in internet is done by like lots of users, which are clients, which are going to servers, which are websites. Basically, there are a very large number of clients and a very small number of servers, which are like most often websites of businesses or people. And so the centralized communication is done in a client-server model, and like essentially people they're using HTTP protocol, and they're sending requests to connect to a server in like in this example maybe a website, and then they're like having the server side, they accept this request, and then the client can do sending and receiving of data. Like they send a request to get a specific piece of data, and then the server is getting this piece of data and sending it back to the user, and user they then may display this data in a web browser. So to decentralize the communication, like the users, they're going, I label this as outward type of communication. The user is going like outward, they're reaching the server, and then the server is returning this information back to the user, which is a client in this type of communication. So this is outward only communication, and if we look at the type of communication of a server, this is the inward type of communication, which allows receiving requests to connect, and then receiving requests to get data, and then sending this data back. So like this is the inward type of communication. The problem with this type of communication is the user, they don't have this inward type of communication. Cannot receive requests from other users, and they cannot respond to these requests. So in our project to assist in decentralization, we did analyze the type of connection, the type of home internet that most of internet users have. So if we analyze the type of internet connection, like users of internet, they can get internet connection at home, they can get it in a coffee shop, in a library, they can get it at work, or an internet club, or they have also mobile connection provided by the cellular provider, which is available on the phones of the users. And from all of these like ways of getting internet, like the home, like the user, they have home like internet connection, which is like provided through an internet, like an internet modem, and this modem can be connected to like phone line, which is allowing DSL type of connection, or it can be connected to a cable line, or it can be connected to a fiber optics line. So in our project, we like did release a software which allows users to install software, and like this software allows to install a network node or a bridge, and this network node or bridge is allowing them to have inward type of communication. So like let's say they did install this network bridge, and like the user of our decentralized network project, and their user of our digital, and like they can further install network node or a bridge, and like they are getting the capability of inward type of communication. There are some technical details in setting up this communication, but once a user has this network node or bridge set up, then they can have outward and inward type of communication, and they can provide this in type of communication to other users in our decentralized web project, so that other users, they can have like at the point of the installation of our software, they have outward type of communication, but they users can have inward type of communication through other network nodes or bridges of other users of decentralized web. So in our project, we plan to have a large number of users which have outward type of communication, but in addition to this, we have network nodes and bridges which allow inward type of communication, and they assist in like communication from user to user, which is going through network node or bridge. Basically, no longer like clients, they can go to large number of clients, they go to a number of servers, but in our project, like large number of users, they can go to other large number of users through these network nodes or bridges which users then installing at their home internet connection. So basically this is the idea of our project, and as I said, I'm thinking of decentralized communication, and like as you can notice, very few projects are actually tell people about these technical details to enable this decentralization. So we're one of the very few projects which are actually like describing these technical details and describing how to actually achieve decentralization. Like yesterday, there were some questions from people, but like you're welcome to come and join this event, and you can type like in the chat your question or your comment about like the presentation. So like we like to make it interactive and have just people who are coming to this event. So yesterday there was like a question about Web3, and I like to tell to people who didn't hear this question and were not present yesterday. So like lots of marketers and lots of investors and people involved into the space, they think of Web as related with blockchain technology or cryptocurrency. But this is not true. Essentially, like people, marketers who are talking about Web3, they're talking about cryptocurrencies, and basically they're talking that like they have a way of creating a virtual value through blockchain technology, and they have tokens or coins which hold virtual value, and like essentially they say they have what they're having is Web 2.0, like the classic website, and they have added to this like the virtual value creation to blockchain technology. So they label this as next generation of internet, but it's not next generation of internet. Sorry. So this is essentially Web 2.0 plus virtual value creation through blockchain technology. So that's the current understanding of Web 3, but it is not next generation of internet. So there was a question about Web 5 and what is Web 5. Like I did mention Web 3, which is based on tokens and cryptocurrencies, but like there was a former CEO of Twitter called Jack Dorsey, and he left Twitter about maybe 1 year or more than 1 year ago, and there was a new CEO which replaced Jack Dorsey, and then like what happened with Twitter is Elon Musk came and became the CEO of Twitter. But Jack Dorsey left. He was the founder of Twitter, and then he put his attention to projects relating with decentralization. He did understand that currently what is labeled as Web3 is not real decentralization, and he has the initiative of Web 5, which he is saying Web 2.0 is the classic. Web 3 is like like projects based on blockchain technology and tokens that next generation of internet, but they're not decentralization. So if we add 2 plus 3, we have Web 5. And so his idea is very close to the idea of that we have in our project, and we're working on this. Basically, he is saying let's have a large network of nodes which are actually going to bring the decentralization, and like this network nodes, they are going to allow users coming to these nodes and communicating with each other and communicating with these network nodes. So basically, this is the idea of Web 5. It is basically a project which is like sponsored, and like it is being into works. It's sponsored by Jack Dorsey, which is the former CEO of Twitter. So I like to invite people, if you have questions, you're welcome to type your questions, and I can reply to these questions. But the topic of this event today is essence of decentralization, outward and inward communication. So in order to enable decentralization, like most of the users, they're operating as clients in client-server model. They're doing HTTP requests currently, and they're going to websites. There are a very large number of users of internet, and they're using the outward type of communication. So to enable decentralization, we have to build a network of nodes, bridges, which assist in assist with inward type of communication, so that one user can communicate directly with another user, being assisted with this network node or bridge that we are building a network of. So basically, this is the essence of decentralization. There are 2 types of communication, outward and inward, and we like to provide users with inward type of communication through building a network of nodes or bridges. For those of you who came a little later to this event, my name is Paul Armstrong. I'm the founder of Decentralized Web project. We're building a decentralization software engine which allows direct communication from the user. And so we have 2 types of participants in our project. One type of participant is the user. As I mentioned, the user, they have outward type type of communication. The second type of participation in our project is a network node or a bridge, and the users then install this network node or bridge on their home internet connection using their other Android phone or tablet devices, or using Raspberry Pi device. Basically, a lot of users, they have like for example, one device, like one phone that they're using all the time, and they may be having older Android phones which are sitting unused. So what we're having an idea of to utilize this older Android phone or tablet device and install and run solar site, they become a network node or bridge and form a large decentralized network of nodes and bridges, and this network nodes or bridges are going to assist users with inward type of communication, so that users communicate with each other directly, one user to another user in a decentralized way. So this is the idea of our project, and like to make it interesting, we are posting on multiple social networks, and like the list of networks, social networks that we are posting is very long. You can find this list on our website, which is like a link to it is on like currently on Instagram. Like you can find this link in our file, but like our website, which is decentralized web, altogether decentralizedweb.org. On the bottom of every page, you can see the icons of our social networks. You can click on the icon of a social network, and you can join one of the social networks that we have. And we are focusing on like Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram. So welcome to come to one of these three social networks that we're focusing, and like you're welcome to come on Instagram because it's interactive. Like you can greet other people, and you interact with most of the people which we have in our Telegram channel, and the name of our Telegram channel is decentralized underscore web. So I'm going to look at the questions. Like I'm not seeing questions, but you're welcome to type questions for related to the topic of this event, which is essence of decentralization, outward and inward communication. So I mentioned these events which we're organizing weekly. On Saturdays we have an event on Twitter Space, and Sundays we have this event on Instagram Live. So for next week, I like to announce that the topic for next week is going to next generation internet, fake and real promises. So I'm going to talk about the understanding of people which they have for next generation of internet, which like most of the people, they understand it is going to be about decentralization, but there are lots of fake promises, and there are very few real promises. So we have to describe what is a fake promise and what is actually real promise of decentralization. But I'm going to wrap up this event on Instagram Live. We're getting towards the end of this event. Thank you for coming to this event. So you're welcome to come to upcoming events, which like next day we have Ask Me Anything session, and it is going to happen simultaneously on Telegram, Google Meet, and Twitter Space. So the session is going to start on Telegram and on our Telegram channel, which is decentralized_web. We are posting the links to Google Meet so that you can go join on Google Meet, which has video plus audio channel, and also you can join Twitter Space event. The name of our Twitter channel is decentralized_3. So when you join this one of these channels, like you can ask a question and then I can answer these questions. There are lots of like events which are happening in crypto. I can answer questions on crypto, technology, Web3, decentralization, central bank digital currencies, and etc. Like the current sentiment in crypto is like there is cautious like increase in the values of crypto, but like in the same there was an announcement of a big bankruptcy filing from a company called Genesis, and this bankruptcy filing affects several other exchanges, like for example Gemini exchange, and there is a real possibility of like additional crashes coming into crypto, so that we have to be cautious. But I'm going to talk about this in our Ask Me Anything session upcoming. You're welcome to ask your questions, and then I'm going to answer this on our Ask Me Anything session on Thursday, upcoming Thursday next week. And you're welcome to come to our events, educational events on Saturday on Twitter Space and Sunday on Instagram Live. Thank you for coming to this session. Once again, my name is Paul Arsov. I'm the founder of the Decentralized Web project. We're building a decentralized communication and advertising platform. We have a blockchain instance which play a support role. We have a cryptocurrency token which is having rewards for the users of our project. For coming to this event, you're welcome to come to the upcoming event. And goodbye.